Welcome to Timing is Everything, a program of Care Dimensions. My name is Mary Crow, Director of Professional and Community Education. I am so thrilled today. We have some very special guests with us today. We have Alice Matteo and the Threshold Singers. This is just a very special show, and I'm really looking forward to it. Alice, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Mary, and thank you for giving us this opportunity to share what we do. We're very privileged to be here.
Oh, well, we feel the same. We're just so happy to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a retired middle school English teacher. I live in Marblehead. I've participated in a few different choral groups in the area. And I'm also I volunteer as a guide at the PBD Essex Museum.
Wonderful.
And I have 5 of the most beautiful grandsons in the world.
Oh, that's fabulous. Excellent. Now, tell us more about, I told the audience the Threshold Singers are here with us today. Tell the audience, what do we mean by that?
Sure. Okay, so the Threshold Singers is a group of volunteers who sing at the bedside of people who are critically ill or dying. Yeah. And we honor the ancient tradition of bedside singing. We use the original instrument, the voice, to bring kindness, compassion, and comfort to those who are at the end of life. That's what we do.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. How did you become part of the Threshold Singers?
Well, about 12 years ago, there were a handful of us who heard about this sort of ministry, what we call it, and we went to a workshop up in Vermont where we learned about it. We came back to Marblehead and started recruiting kindred souls, which was not difficult because it's such a beautiful thing to do that we don't find it hard to find people at all. That's kind of how it started. That was about 12 years ago.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's great. So what are some of the benefits of music at bedside for somebody who is critically ill or at end of life?
Okay. What we see as the benefit is the soothing quality. What happens when we sing, and we sing very, very gentle songs. We're not entertainers. It's a very different kind of thing that we do at the bedside. So we sing soft and gentle songs, and what we notice is that this makes the breathing become more soft. That sometimes there's an unclenching. That when there's so much tension, we also find that when we sing, not only does the patient benefit from it, but the family does as well. It's kind of like it gives the family a respite.
Yes.
And we also find that the family often will sometimes sing with us, sometimes hum with us, but it draws them to the patient. They will hold the hand or stroke the hair or whatever. So it's a very moving thing to do.
I think it's just so beautiful. And again, it must be so wonderful for the family too, certainly the individual who is at end of life, but for the families to see their loved one in such a peaceful state, because it matters so much to them in terms of their bereavement after that person dies. So this is just so critically important in my eyes.
Thank you. We agree.
So what is it like for all of you? I mean, I know you can only speak for yourself, but what have you heard from your other singers? Like, what is it like to be at the bedside of somebody who's at end of life and doing this type of ministry, as you say?
It's a privilege. It's as with many volunteer opportunities, you always get more than you give. And for us to be at the bedside and to sing the songs that we sing just brings us to another level spiritually.
I have a sense of that in terms of, and my work has been in medical social work, and I have been at many a bedside of people who have been at end of life, and I too have felt like that, this is such a personal time. For people to welcome you in, to be a part of this process, it's a true honor, and it really is a very precious and special time. So I haven't done the singing part, but certainly, I think it must be really just such a moving.
We think of it as sacred.
Yes,
it's a sacred space.
Sure, absolutely.
Even though we're not of any religion, but we are spiritual.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that you're going to be doing some demonstration for us today.
We are too.
So are you ready to do that?
We are indeed.
All right, so we're going to take a brief moment, and we're going to just pause for a second, and we're going to come back, and we're going to do some of the live demonstration.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome back to Timing is Everything. So we're here today with the Threshold Singers. I'm just so thrilled to have you all here. So we took a break just so that we could come back and get ready for this live demonstration. So Alice, would you like to introduce the group?
I'd be happy to. Let's start over here with George Gerhardt, Marie Hall, Jane McKenna, and Ruth Ann Widener.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. So they're going to start, and they're going to do a demonstration of what you do.
What we do at a bedside. Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
All right.
So we'll let you jump right in.
We are all just walking each other home. 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 We are all just walking each other home.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's very powerful. How do you choose the song selections?
Well, when we come, we try to find out as much as we can about the patient ahead of time. For example, if there's a religious background, they may want a hymn.
Yep.
But we call it reading the room.
Yep.
And patients who will be at different stages.
Yeah.
We try to just read it and select something that we think will be soothing and comforting.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, could we do some more? Okay, you want to read it? Okay.
May you be at peace. May you be at ease. May you be free. May you be happy. May you sing and pause. Que esté feliz. Que esté
That's beautiful.
We do try to have songs from a variety of traditions. We
Yeah.
have many songs in Spanish, and we have Buddhist chants, some Jewish songs. So
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I would think, again, I'm sure that for people, when it resonates with them too, that you see some really amazing reactions from that. Yeah. How long do you stay with people? With the person? How long are you singing with them for?
We are probably for about 10 minutes. We would just see how it goes. I mean, sometimes it's longer.
Yep.
Sometimes we just will repeat the song many, many times, just because it's soothing, and it really depends.
Yeah. So you are really reading the room
Yes.
in terms of getting a feel for what is a person's reaction,
Right.
whether it be the individual who's at end of life or the family
Or the
even,
family, right.
and repeating that if necessary,
Yeah.
or if you feel that that's really
Right.
creating a peaceful environment. That's wonderful. Yeah. So I'd love to do some more,
Sure.
just so that people can get a sense too.
Hold this family in your heart. Watch over all their loved ones. Help the children make their way and hold them in the arms of grace. Hold this family in your heart. Watch over all their loved ones. Help the children make their way and hold them in the arms of grace.
That's beautiful. How many people do you? I'm sure you have. You were saying that you haven't had trouble getting people to do this because it's really so moving and something that people really want to do. How many people do you usually bring around bedside at one
4.
time?
We usually bring 4.
Okay. Do you ever do less or more, or is it always
if the time
just
calls for
yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
When we sing at the Kaplan Family Hospice Center, we usually sing 4 around the bed in the before times, Mary.
Yes, of course, yes. So that's kind of a standard that you're doing.
That's right.
I wanted to ask you also. This is very powerful. I mean, I feel moved just standing here listening. So again, I can't imagine again what it must be like for you to do this on a regular basis. Because you must need time afterwards to kind of process this, right?
We do indeed. We always do a debriefing at the
Yeah.
end of each session and share our emotions, share what worked and what didn't work. But just it's extremely important that we, as a group of threshold singers, develop a community.
Yeah.
And a community of trust, because this is a very vulnerable thing to be singing a cappella at a bedside.
Absolutely.
And we really support each other a
Yeah,
lot. You know,
yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's wonderful. I'm glad you do that, because you do have to have that outlet, because like I said, this is powerful stuff. This is very precious. So that's wonderful that you're able to do that.
Thank you.
So why don't we have a few, do you have some more
Sure,
songs
we
that you can
do.
share with us
What's
today?
our next one?
Noyana.
Noyana. Okay, great.
Okay, so unison.
Just beautiful. What are some of the reactions that, you know, some of the comments that you get from some of your community, your singers, in terms of how this impacts them?
Well, maybe we could ask them.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, what's it like to sing at bedside? Who'd like to share? Oh, on the spot. Jane?
It's beautiful. It's as Alice said, it's very rewarding, and you always get a lot more than you anticipate. It's wonderful when you can see the patient relax and see the family start to engage, and it's a real blessing to just be there and be able to do something to add some peace and calm, and sometimes just a distraction from
Yeah,
the
that's true.
the wearing of vigil.
You know, the song that we just sang, the Noyana song,
Yeah.
is a South African song. And it means we will meet again in heaven. And sometimes we sing songs that are unfamiliar, with a language that's unfamiliar, so that it's just the pure music that's being heard. We're careful sometimes not to sing songs that are too familiar, because we don't know what memories those are going to bring. So
Yeah.
we try to be neutral
Yep.
in that
Yep.
sense.
Wonderful. Yeah. Did I want to give other people, did anybody else want to add to that? I don't want to put people on the spot either, but just want to make sure people have a voice in more ways than one here, right? Yeah.
Well, it's really feels like a privilege to be this close to someone at the end of their life.
Yeah. And knowing that you've made such a profound difference in somebody's life, like I said, at this very precious and sacred time, I think it's probably something that you hold with you for some time. Would you be willing to sing a little bit more for us?
Do we have one more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, you want to start?
Easy, rest easy, let every trouble drift away. Easy, rest easy, love enfold you and hold you safe. Easy, rest easy, let every trouble drift away. Easy, rest easy, love enfolds you and holds you safe. Love enfolds you and hold you safe.
Beautiful. How do you come together during, like, obviously when you're singing for a patient at end of life, but how often do you come together as a group in between that?
We rehearse twice a month on the first and third Monday at the Tabernacle Church in Salem. We welcome new members. If anyone is interested, you can go to our website, thresholdsingers.com. Also, if you're interested in our services,
Yeah.
the website is the place to make a request,
Okay,
thresholdsingers.com.
So that would what we do. So they would. It was the individual or family themselves. They would just go onto
Absolutely.
your website and
Absolutely.
ask you to come.
Yes.
And is there a geographic area that you cover?
The North Shore, so
Okay.
from Saugus to Gloucester.
Okay. All righty. So and then you would set up a time to come out.
Absolutely.
I would think sometimes that there's some time sensitivity
Yes,
there.
there is, yes.
Right?
Mhm.
Because so are you able to pull together
are.
very quickly?
We are,
Excellent.
yes, yeah.
When you do your coming together twice a month, do you do this at a large group or do you do that in smaller groups?
Both.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
so we meet in a large group and then we break up into smaller groups to practice this kind of singing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
How do you, is it more of people's availability in terms of how you choose, again, who's going to be there for an individual?
Pretty
for
much,
that? Okay, yeah. So again, I'm just going to have you repeat for people. So if they're interested in being a part of your community, of your singing group, Threshold Singers, they can reach you at,
Thresholdsingers.com.
okay? And again, if they want to get a hold of you to sing for their loved ones.
Same thing,
Okay, same thing.
Thresholdsingers.com.
Okay, great. Anything, we have a little bit of time left, but I just want to check with you. Any other things that you want to add? Things that, like, again, this is meant for you, or anything like that I haven't asked you today?
Oh, thank you, Mary. Well, we're very eager to get back and be singing again as soon as it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to comment on what these singers do is, this is like we call it a song bath. It just covers the whole body,
Yeah.
and it's not unlike singing for a baby.
Mm-hmm.
The songs are somewhat lullaby-ish.
The
you know,
soothing
so it's
nature.
it's very much a soothing,
Yeah.
gentle
Yeah.
song that we.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for
You're
allowing us
welcome.
to do.
It's our
present.
pleasure. I
Yeah.
have to tell you, it's been such a gift, and I want to thank you all for your time today and coming out and sharing your gifts with us, because again, I can't imagine people not wanting to have this surround them at such a precious time. So thank you so much for your
Okay.
generosity and your time.
Thank you, Mary.
I want to thank everybody for joining us for Timing is Everything today, and we will look forward to you being a part of our future shows.
Home. More than ever, it's your sanctuary. But if you're caring for a loved one with advanced illness, it can feel isolating and worrisome. Care Dimensions can help. As Massachusetts' leading hospice provider, you can count on us for guidance, medical care, and support. We follow all COVID-19 safety precautions to protect you and your family, so you don't have to delay getting the care you need. Visit Care Dimensions online or give us a call.